So here we are, the Union Cross finale, part 1. I'm not sure why they split it into 2 parts, but I'm assuming that means we're going to get a major cliffhanger. And I mean, is that really anything different? I mean, Union Cross always leaves us on cliffhangers. I hope to see who uses the arcs. The tweet they put out kind of made it very strongly implied that they're going to be, you know, there's going to be something going on with the arcs in this update. So I would assume we're going to see who leaves Daybreak Town at the very least. And I guess the real world stuff will save until part 2 of the finale. But we'll probably see who leaves the Daybreak Town at the very least. I'm not sure if they'll reveal who the true Dandelion was. I feel like it's a bit too soon because it was literally what we got left on the last update. But it would be nice to see something related to that because I know that was something that caught a lot of people's attention. Certainly caught my attention. I mean, I made a video about it and why I think it should be Strelitzia, but we'll see. Hopefully that doesn't get crushed in this video, but we'll see. We'll see, won't we? Thank you to KH Insider for putting out these scenes as usual, because obviously this is how people such as myself who are not playing the game personally get to view the story. So thank you very much for that. This is called backup data. That's already got my brain going. I hope everything's okay. So we've got Ephema, the player, and Scold. I'm sure it is. Laurium knows it wasn't Ven's fault, right? Okay, so Laurium and Ven are in that room. Should we check on them? Where's Brain at? So hold up. This is actually kind of important just straight away. Ventus, I guess, is in the room with Laurium. So that means he didn't get transported anywhere when he finished his fight with darkness, because I know some people thought he might have got transported to the future when that flash of light happened. Interesting. But think back to what Master Arva taught us. Yes, what did Master Arva teach you? That when this world is shrouded in darkness, it will just go to sleep. It's not much, I know, but it's enough to keep me from giving up hope. So I guess that's implying that the day the world will go to sleep. I played a part in bringing the Dandelions together, so I have a responsibility to save everyone. Of course you do, Ephema. And I'm going to try my best to do that. Yes, you are, because you're staying behind, my son. You're staying behind. It's not your responsibility alone. I mean, he might not, but he should. But whatever you decide to do, you have our support. I want you to know that. Yeah, this is definitely foreshadowing that he's going to stay behind or sacrifice himself or something. Because, you know, there needs to be an explanation for why he's the light of the past that appears in the Keyblade graveyard, and him being in this world makes more sense than him being in the real world. I don't know. We'll see. I could be wrong. Thanks for always being there, Scold. I love Scold. Look at that little head picture. Did you see that? I love Scold, man. Oh, hi there. Who's that? I'm guessing that's Reyna? Maybe? My anger needed a simple, tangible target. Why is Ventus always sleeping, man? Wake up, bro. Selfish of me, I know. But some emotions are too much to bear. This dude's always asleep. Tell me, is darkness really gone? Or has it become a part of you, just like you said? Yeah, it is a part of him, because he's the chosen child. If it has, then what is it? They call him the Fader child. Oh! Hatred, anger, and sadness. That's exactly what I want. Oh my gosh, it's Strelitzia. You have to let it go. Wait, what? What happened to my kind and loving brother? No, that can't really be her there. It's like... Oh, this music. Strelitzia? Oh no, I knew she wasn't there. Oh my gosh, but there's still that hit. Like... Laurium? Someone's here to see you. Yeah, I think that's Elrena. Who? Has to be. No one else is going to come to see him. No offense, Laurium, but... There you go. There she is. Elrena. There she is. I was wondering where she was at and what she was up to. What are you doing here? What do you mean, what is she doing here? She's like, the world's ending. I'm trying to get out of here. Give me a lifeboat. Well, I thought you should know. Huh? It's about Strelitzia. Cherify claims to have seen her. What? What? Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Lauren. What? You saw my sister? Where? That's not possible. Maybe it wasn't her, but it must have been the white coat, right? Like, a few days ago, what? What happened? Alright, Cherify was chilling. And then he saw... What? Hold up! What? Let's back that up. A few days ago... Okay. So this is a few days ago, according to Chirifi. I spotted someone who looked an awful lot like her headed toward town from the hill, and she wasn't alone. She was with someone in a black coat. What? Okay, not what. But does that mean she... Look, I already said she should be the true Dandelion, but... I don't know. I feel like that might be... I don't know. Who is the black coat? Lushu? Master of Masters? It can't be Lushu. Lushu shouldn't be in the data world. Right? Can't be him. But it can't be the Master of Masters either. Oh my gosh, let's just watch. I don't know what's going on. But how? What? Well, I still think she should be the true Dandelion, but maybe that kind of is proving it. We can't be sure of anything yet. Oh, there's... But it's definitely an interesting piece of information. See, this is just brain doing what the logical people do. Like, when you come out of a Kingdom Hearts theory and you're saying stuff, this is like the voice of logic and reason just being like, yeah, that's definitely an interesting piece of information, but we don't really know what's going on, man. A black coat could only mean one of the Keyblade Masters? It's interesting that it's a Keyblade Master to them, most likely. Because, you know, both the Master of Masters and Lushu fit the description, right? But it can't be either of them. But the Master shouldn't be here, yeah. Even if this were the real world. Right. Wait a minute. Maybe... What? What is it? Do you remember why this data world was created? To preserve the world, right? As a backup of the real one. Right, to save the world as it was before the Keyblade War. Ah! That means Strelitzia's data must be stored here too. So her data from before the war, really? I thought this place was just a copy of the world, not its people. Yeah, I mean, well, besides, if everyone's data was brought over, shouldn't there be versions of us here too? That does make sense though, because Maleficent's data was there. At the very least, the reason Maleficent could go all the way back to that time was because a data version of herself existed. That's why she was in the Data Daybreak Town, and that's why she was trying to get out. So, a data version of you can exist there. And Maleficent proved that the data version can use the Ark to leave and go back to the real world. Okay, I'm having an idea here, but let's just watch. Yep. Our data should be here as well. I never even considered that. I'm going to be honest. I never even considered data. I guess that's why it's called backup there. I never even thought of that. Even though it sounds now like it's so obvious. Could be that it's still locked up and hasn't been touched yet. Right. Think about it. Elrena saw a glitched version of Strelitzia. If what Chirifi says is true, maybe her data is here and someone managed to access it. Huh. I don't understand. Why Strelitzia? She's the true Dandelion. Has to be. Right? If what Brain's suggesting is true and someone specifically went to go and get her data and take it out, and that person was in a black coat. When was the last time we saw a black coat and a white robe with each other? The true Dandelion scene, right? And we were saying like, well, her body disappeared. But if her data was there, then I guess someone could have went, Lushu, somebody, I don't know, I'm guessing it's Lushu, would have gotten the data, took it out, so that he could transport it into the future as the true Dandelion. I don't know. May not be. We'll see. Something could still happen by the end of this. And if her data does exist, does that mean we can bring her back? I would assume so, because, you know, Kingdom Hearts. I don't know. Well, she's definitely not staying dead. Who would do something like that? We don't have time to think about that now. Ephraim is like, we just need to get out of here, man. Come on, let's go to the basement. This boy is just like, I'm just trying to leave, brain man. Stop thinking. You think too much. Let's go. Would you mind carrying Ven? Look at Orena, the tag along. Look at him, just looking at the Book of Prophecies. What's he up to? Okay, that was very interesting. The Shadow's identity, huh? I don't know who you sent, but there are 5 left. Who will they go to? You didn't read that part of the book? It wasn't of any interest to me. So what is then? Expansion. Well, I kind of said that before. I don't get you. Nor we you. Yeah, the master did say they don't understand each other. He did say that. You spent time grooming these wielders, only to trap and leave them behind in the data world. Why? Dunno. Who knows what the Master of Masters thinking? And yet you follow him? Why not? What an answer. But I am sure of one thing. He is not a fan of darkness. He's just literally just following orders. I see. That we understand. We're not fond of light either. Of course you're not. So what's your brilliant plan? I love how Darkness got right up in his face to say that as well. Like, we don't like you. To spread throughout the data world using its signals. Right. To accompany the Chosen One into the future so I can lay claim to worlds not yet created. That's Ventus, right? The fated child. Right. Expansion. So no matter what world or time I end up in, you'll be there too, huh? I don't think so. Huh? What's he gonna do? Oh, oh! I thought you were told not to interfere. Oh man. Yeah, to help the dandelions. But I'm not doing this for them. I'm doing this for me. What? I am formless. You cannot destroy me. I know. Then why waste the effort? Oh, you see that little flippy dibbly keyblade? The longer you exist without a tangible form, the more your will fades. Darkness had form when the Master of Masters was a boy, right? Yes, apparently it did. You still need a physical form. Right, so it doesn't have a physical form. You call it infection and expansion, but you're just stealing the bodies of those with hearts. You act like it's this grandiose plan, when it's actually kind of sad and pathetic. Oh man, oh. Ooh, what was that? Silence. That was a nice little instant transmission. Like, you never even figured out his real plan, did you? What? I'm seeing a bit of break in Luciu right now. I'm seeing it cut, you know, let's get in there. Let me ask you this. Besides you, there are 5 other shadows with individual will. I know at least one is in the data world. Huh? Oh yeah, we know about the other darkness in the data. So where are the other 4? Then you're the only one in my way. As you are in mine. Oh, we're about to face off. So wait, I'm guessing then Luciu is going to try and take maybe one of the arcs, one of the lifeboats, I'm assuming, right? Because he's saying he's doing this for him and that darkness is in his way. I guess darkness isn't going to just let him use one of the arcs. I mean, I don't know. Why would it care? I don't know. But I'm assuming that's what he means when he says it's in its way, because what else is it in his way of? He needs to leave somehow, right? He needs to get out of there somehow. So I'm assuming that's how it's going to be. I don't know. I don't know. Does he really need an arc? I thought his body hopping was what he... I don't know. We'll see. We don't even know how the body hopping thing works yet. Resolutions. Okay, this is it, I guess. Gonna see who's using the lifeboats, as they call them. I count 6. Well, you're counting wrong, Ephema, because look at that smashed up one right there. The evil fairy took the 7th. But there are 7 of us. So we're short 1. What? Do you not see the broken 2? This one's broken. Thank you. This one's broken. So we're down to 5. What should we do? It's just funny that we've known for ages that there's like only 5 they can use, and you know, they're finally figuring it out. So we know that. Let's just get this. Let's just try and quickly predict this. Scold is subject X, right? So she's gonna have to go. Brain will most likely go. Ephemer's most likely staying behind because he's the light to the past. So I don't see him going to the real world. I could be wrong, but I just don't see it happening. Ventus is going, right? Because we know Ventus is in present day. We know he's going. Elrena becomes Luxine, so we know she's going. So the only people that's really up for debate is the player and Ephemer. But this is 5 people. So these two staying behind makes a lot of sense. And I think a lot of us already guessed Ephemer would stay behind and stuff. So we'll see. But I don't think it'll be too shocking if Ephemer stays behind. Really, I'm curious about what the player's going to do. But okay, so I guess that's the data world getting messed up, I'm assuming. We're running out of time. We need to decide who goes. But we're not the only dandelions. Yeah, what about the rest of the wielders? Well, they're not main characters. They'll go to sleep. Just like a computer in sleep mode. Okay. Because it's going to fall to darkness, yeah. Sleep. Master Arva told us that, remember? The Master of Masters knew this would happen and created a backup of the world. A place to shelter and keep us safe. That's where we are. So basically, yeah, they're going to be asleep. They're not going to be like gone in that type of way. And if something causes this world to freeze, it can be rebooted and restored. Okay. The end of this world is nothing like the end of the real one. Like I said, sleep mode. Yeah, so they can always restore it. Okay, yep. So it's not this world we need to be worried about. No, it's the real one. Even if we use the lifeboat to get back, we'll have to use it again to go wherever it is that we need to go after. Yeah. And who knows where that'll be. Always going to be some different places. Is escape really the right answer? Right. But if no one goes back, then no one there will know what's happened here. Right. There will be no rescuing anyone left behind. Okay, so there's going to be some form of rescue. And we can't let that happen. We Keyblade wielders need to live on. Ephemer and I should split up. Yep, there you go. Agreed. Ephemer, stay behind. Brain, you should go back. Having you in the real world will give us the best chance to save the people here. Yes. Got it. There we go. Ephemer staying behind. I'm not a union leader or anything, so... Listen, the only way to make it out of this is to go back. Elrena's like, so... We're the ones responsible for this whole situation in the first place. So you, Ven, and player should go. No, Scold, you gotta go. You're subject X, you're going. Brain, player, Elrena, and Ven each take one. Scold, Laurium... Whoa, hold on. Let me pause this. Scold, Laurium, one of you should take the last. Laurium, it's yours. What? So Scold's saying Laurium's gonna chill... Wait, what? So you're telling me the player's gonna go in place of Scold? That's not possible. That is literally not, like, no. Okay, let's see how this plays out. That don't make no sense, but we'll see. If there's a chance you'll get your sister back, then you need to be there for her. Everyone else makes sense right now except Scold and player. Besides, you'll have a better chance of finding answers over there. You should take it. Okay, yeah, we know he's going. We know Reina's going. Ventus is going. I don't deserve a spot. Ah. Yes, you do. You gave me hope for the first time since Strelitzia went missing. Help me find her, please. That's funny, like, look at how sweet Elrena is, like, you have to think, I mean, Luxine came from that, huh? Funny. There's only one way out of here, and the ceiling's limited for now. When I get back, I promise I'll find a way to save everyone here. Alright, so we're gonna get everyone anyway. Thanks. Alright, we don't have much time. Who's going? Oh, I'll stay. Yes! I'm not even a dandelion. I'm just here as your friend. Ah. So if you're staying, so am I. See, that makes sense. But that makes sense, because Scold needs to go. I'm not leaving you two here. Scold, you need to leave. Get out of here. Well, why don't we save one for later? Okay, well there you go. I might be able to find a way to rescue all 3 of you at once. You already have something in mind, don't you? Sure do. Of course he does. He's Brain. Look at him tapping away. There we go. Then it's settled. Thorium, can you look after Ven? So Scold's not going then. Hop in, Elrena. Yeah, hop in, Elrena. I love that. She just came in at the last second. Like, Brain, take care of everyone. Will do. Here, take it. What? What? But this is yours. Wait, what? It was meant for you. What? This too? No way. I didn't end up using it. But if you're ever lost, don't hesitate to have a look. So, Ephemera, it will help you when you need it most. Oh my days. Ephemera was meant to be the leader of the Dandelions. Okay, I'll hold on to these for now. That's not too crazy, but but as far as I'm concerned, they still belong to you. Master Arthur entrusted them to you for a reason. What is going on? I thought you'd be happy. Master Arthur told me you've been wanting to read the book for a long time. Yeah, that is true. But wait a minute. Besides, I'm pretty sure she gave these to me knowing I would do just this. Bruh. May your heart be your guiding key, Ephemera. Just like mine is for me. Oh my gosh. Thanks. How could he have Master Defender? I'll be back for you guys. How does Ephemera have Master Defender? But I'll tell you what this does explain. I'll get to it in a minute. Player, are you sure about this? Yep. So Scold really is staying behind. Oh, she's taking that last arc. I'm right where I want to be. She's taking that last arc. I don't know what's going to lead to it, but she's taking it. Because she has to be subject X. He's safe. Oh man. So there we go. Oh man. There we go, man. That's them gone. Is that it? Okay, let's talk. Let's talk. He gave Ephemera Master Defender, okay? And the Book of Prophecies. Book of Prophecies, alright, I can see that because there was a child whose name was circled in red and it wasn't Brain. Brain was not supposed to receive the Book of Prophecies. I thought it could be Strelitzia just because she was gone. But to be honest, Ephemera makes sense as well. So that's cool. That's fine. That's cool. But what is going on with this? What is this? How does Ericus get this? It just, what? Like, how does Ericus end up getting the Master Defender then? Because it's not just that he gives it to Ephemera. Ephemera's in the data world, right? So how the heck does the Master Defender reach Ericus? But I will say, what I was going to say earlier, what it does kind of support though, is the possibility that it is going to be Brain that gets the no-name Keyblade handed down to him. Because I personally always thought he could wield both of them, right? But it was something some people had an issue with, like, oh, well, how's he going to have no-name if he has Master Defender? Well, he doesn't have it now. So I guess now he can get no-name, right? I guess now he can get no-name. But at the very least, this is all making sense. Everyone that was supposed to go has gone, except Scold. Brain, I personally believed it was going to be him, and I believed Ephemera would stay behind. So that's no surprise to me. This is the surprise. Him having Master Defender is a shocker. Book of Prophecies, not so much. So that's really interesting. Scold is staying behind, and there's still the one arc there as well. She's going to be the one to use it. She has to be. I don't know what the circumstances around it's going to be, but it's going to be her, I'm sure. What else happened? When I saw this title, I thought like this was going to reveal itself to be someone, but I guess not. I wonder why it's called the Shadow's Identity, like, because it's not, like, it didn't tell us anything that we didn't really know, to be honest. So we see, you know, Lushu acting quite confident, you know, got a bit of that break, a bit of that Zigbar in there, you know, asking him questions about, if you look at his gestures, he's actually kind of acting a bit like the master, a little bit there. Yeah, he was saying that he's doing this for him, not for the dandelions. I'm assuming he's gonna take one of these arcs. But this is interesting. So I just think this scene is basically setting up Luciu to be the one to use one of these arcs, maybe. Obviously it's showing that he's having a bit of a standoff against darkness. That's nothing too shocking. I mean, he follows the master, and the master doesn't really, he don't really care for darkness too strongly. So I mean, they're saying it's too much of a shocker. And darkness was basically telling us stuff it already told us. It obviously again mentioned the chosen child or whatever it said, but basically, Ventus being the fated child, as it said before, to accompany the chosen one into the future. So that was something it already kind of explained anyway. But the previous part was actually quite interesting. The very first bit, the backup data. This is the part that I really want to talk about. So whatever you decide to do, you have our support, blah blah. So Elrena shows up, and her Cherokee is talking about how it saw Strelitzia. Now let's take a good look at this real quick. So this is Strelitzia. We saw her before in Lauren's dream. This is definitely Strelitzia. Who the heck is that? I don't think that's the Master of Masters, and I'll say why. The Master of Masters doesn't ever interact with the dandelions. I don't know, maybe he's making an exception for Strelitzia, but I don't think it is. And Luciu has been watching the dandelions. He's been looking over them, like Darkness said, grooming them in a way. And the foretellers in general interacted with the dandelions, right? Like Arvar. The Master of Masters is kind of above all of that and only interacts really with the foretellers and just delegates everything through them. So it seems to me the most likely person this is Luciu, especially when you consider the true dandelion scene, because like I said, I think the true dandelion should be Strelitzia, and this scene, I'm not taking this as confirmation, personally. I'm not going to. I'm sure some people might. I'm not going to take this as confirmation just yet, even though I do want it to be the case, and it is strongly implying that, because the last time we saw a white robe with a black coat was, of course, the true dandelion scene, and yeah. Like I said, Strelitzia to me just makes the most sense. And now that we've got this scene with the black coat, who I'm sure is Luciu, they said maybe someone came to get her data for some reason. So yeah, Brain said maybe her data is here and someone managed to access it. So I'm assuming that if that is her backup data, that Luciu went and got the data is for some reason. I don't know how he got into the data world or what happened there. I don't know. Maybe Luciu programmed his own data to go and get the data of Strelitzia or something. I don't know. I have no idea. But again, I mean, I'm not going to say this is confirmation that it's definitely her. There could still be a twist. I mean, who knows, man? But we'll see in part 2, I guess. We'll see in part 2. I think this is strongly implying that Strelitzia is the true dandelion rather than any other random character. So, glad to see that at the very least. But yeah, let's see what happens. But anyway, that's all I've got to say on this, guys. That's all I've got to say. Share your thoughts below. What do you think of this update? What is going through your mind right now looking at all of this? Anyway, thank you very much for listening. Be sure to like the video if you enjoyed it, and of course, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell button so you're notified when I drop new videos. But anyway, my name is NextGenNovelist, and that's all I've got to say, and I'm out. Peace.